Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
We talked about facing a premier defender like Anthony Davis, and Coach told me AD is obviously a tremendous offensive player, but his impact on D is even greater. He's an elite rim protector, and he moves like a wing out there on the perimeter. Without a doubt, Davis covers a lot of ground defensively. Back to you, BA.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
Hayes with a screen. James with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. That one drops for him.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Down low. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Drills it from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's James. Porzingis grabs the board. There's Tatum with the three. And the Celtics another three.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Hayes. To stop the run. And finished off by Hayes.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Davis can't hit.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
And there it is for him.
Quick down the lane. Brown flying by defenders.
RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Now here's Porzingis. Uses the glass on the layup.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Davis. Drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Tatum. Inside. Tipped. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lakers trail by 6. Pass to Vanderbilt. Boston with a rebound. Brown with it. There's the triple. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside. Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
From deep. Knocks it down from distance. Brown's got 8 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
The shake. Nifty move. And the jam by Brown.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. He put together 10 points. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
Three, Porzingis drops in the three. 7 points in the game.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Lakers trail by 15. And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by White. Boston leading by 15. To the inside. Brown. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
James inside. LeBron, a smooth operator inside.
Good work on the block. I like when LeBron gets aggressive this close to the rim.
Here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. And here's Brown for three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, you've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
That's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he sinks the second. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
Back to Holiday. Tatum with a screen. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Pass to Hachimura. Boston pulls it in.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Here's Holiday. Oh, plenty of contact on that. Shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Jrue Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Jrue, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Pass to connect. Poke loose. Outside Porzingis. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that one drops for him. Porzingis has got 11.
Porzingis just simplifies the game. I mean, I like how he just sees things in these situations.
And Davis slams it home.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Porzingis sets a screen. Three-pointer, Holiday. That shot off the mark. Lakers trail by 16. Here's Connect. Pass to Davis. And that one's good. Connect.
You have to be careful against Connect inside. He'll turn you into a highlight.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Now Tatum. The kick out to White. The 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. White's got his second basket of the game. Pass to Davis. Back to Reeves. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Now the Celtics on the move. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8 points now.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision. And